Most people go through their daily routines completely unaware that a single ingredient in their meals may be making them age faster than nature intended. This substance doesn't just affect appearance on the surface, it penetrates deep into the body, quietly damaging cells, stiffening blood vessels, and eroding the proteins that keep skin smooth and joints flexible. While it may seem harmless because it's so common, its constant presence in the diet accelerates the breakdown of collagen, fuels inflammation, and disrupts hormones in ways that can add years to both how someone looks and how they feel. Scientists have connected its regular consumption to early wrinkles, sagging skin, brittle hair, slower brain function, and increased risk of chronic illnesses normally associated with old age. What makes it even more dangerous is how it hides in everyday foods, even in items marketed as wholesome or natural. The body may be silently struggling against its effects right now, without obvious symptoms, until one day the signs of premature aging suddenly become clear. Removing it could be the simplest and most effective step toward preserving youth, yet most people never realize they are consuming it daily. Aging is a natural process, but the speed at which it happens can be heavily influenced by what a person eats every day. The beta cells are constantly renewing, repairing damage, and producing the proteins and enzymes that maintain energy, strength, and resilience. However, certain dietary choices can either support this process or work against it. When the diet is rich in antioxidants, healthy fats, and essential nutrients, cells are protected from oxidative stress, inflammation stays low, and collagen production remains steady. On the other hand, frequent consumption of processed foods, refined sugars, and harmful fats triggers a cascade of negative effects. Excess sugar binds to proteins in the body through a process called glycation, creating advanced glycation end products that weaken tissues and make skin less elastic. Processed fats contribute to chronic inflammation that affects not only the skin but also the heart, brain, and joints. Nutrient-deficient meals deprive cells of the vitamins and minerals needed to defend against damage from free radicals. Over time, these seemingly small daily choices add up, accelerating the breakdown of the body's internal systems and making the outward signs of aging, wrinkles, stiffness, fatigue, appear sooner than they should. The connection between diet and aging is not just cosmetic, it is deeply tied to long-term health, vitality, and the ability to maintain an active life well into later years. Among the countless ingredients that pass through modern kitchens every day, there is one that silently undermines health and accelerates the signs of aging. This ingredient is refined sugar, often disguised under various names on food labels such as high-fructose corn syrup, dextrose, or maltose. It finds its way into breakfast cereals, sauces, bread, drinks, and snacks, even in products marketed as healthy. While sugar is often associated only with weight gain, its deeper impact is far more destructive. Once consumed, it rapidly spikes blood glucose levels, forcing the body to release large amounts of insulin. This repeated cycle promotes chronic inflammation, a condition that slowly damages blood vessels, skin cells, and connective tissues. At the same time, excess sugar binds with proteins through glycation, creating stiff, brittle collagen fibers that cause the skin to lose its firmness and elasticity. Internally, this process also affects joint flexibility, arterial health, and organ function. Over time, the high demand on the pancreas to regulate constant sugar surges can lead to insulin resistance, further fueling inflammation and oxidative stress. What makes this ingredient especially dangerous is how easy it is to underestimate its presence and how quickly it can disrupt the body's natural repair systems. Its effects build quietly over years, making the individual feel and appear older long before their time. When refined sugar enters the body in excess, it triggers a chain reaction that accelerates the aging process on a cellular level. The first mechanism is glycation, in which sugar molecules attach themselves to proteins, creating advanced glycation end products. These compounds disrupt the structure of collagen and elastin, the very fibers that keep skin smooth and firm. As a result, skin becomes thinner, less elastic, and more prone to wrinkles and sagging. At the same time, the body responds to frequent sugar spikes with a surge in insulin, which over time can cause chronic low-grade inflammation. This inflammation doesn't just harm the skin, it damages blood vessels, nerves, and internal organs, gradually impairing their ability to function efficiently. Sugar also generates a surge in free radicals, unstable molecules that attack healthy cells and DNA, reducing the body's capacity to repair itself. This oxidative stress, combined with inflammation, shortens the protective caps on chromosomes known as telomeres, which are directly linked to the body's aging clock. As telomeres shorten faster, cells lose their ability to divide and renew, leading to visible and internal signs of premature aging. The impact is cumulative, meaning each day of high sugar intake compounds the damage, making it more difficult for the body to reverse or slow down these effects. In numerous cases, people who reduced or eliminated refined sugar from their diets began to notice significant changes within weeks. Their skin started to regain a healthier tone and subtle firmness, with fine lines becoming less pronounced as inflammation subsided. Energy levels stabilized throughout the day, replacing the familiar cycle of sugar highs and crashes with a steady sense of vitality. Some reported improved mental clarity, finding it easier to focus and remember details without the fog that often followed sugar-laden meals. Blood test results frequently reflected these changes, showing lower markers of inflammation, better cholesterol balance, and improved insulin sensitivity. Over time, hair appeared thicker and stronger, nails became less brittle, and even sleep quality improved as the body's hormonal balance shifted toward a more natural rhythm. In longer-term accounts, individuals experienced a renewed sense of youthfulness not just in appearance but in daily performance, noting faster recovery after exercise, fewer aches, and a greater capacity to handle stress. These transformations, while varying in speed and degree, consistently demonstrated how a single dietary change could ripple through the body's systems, reversing years of silent, sugar-driven wear and tear. The process begins with awareness, learning to identify all the hidden sources of refined sugar that often go unnoticed in packaged foods, condiments, and drinks. Reading labels becomes a critical habit, paying attention not just to the word sugar but to its many disguises such as high-fructose corn syrup, dextrose, maltose, and other sweeteners that quietly add up. Replacing these products with whole, unprocessed foods naturally reduces sugar intake without feeling deprived. Gradually substituting sweet snacks with fresh fruits, nuts, and dark chocolate with minimal added sugar helps retrain the palate, making overly sweet foods less appealing over time. Planning meals ahead ensures that hunger does not drive impulse choices, and having ready-to-eat healthy options prevents reliance on processed items. Hydration plays a key role, as many cravings are simply the body's signal for water rather than sugar. For those accustomed to sweetened beverages, transitioning to herbal teas, infused water, or black coffee can significantly lower daily sugar consumption. Cooking at home more often allows complete control over ingredients, while experimenting with spices like cinnamon or vanilla can enhance flavor without added sugar. Maintaining consistency for several weeks helps the body reset its taste preferences, making naturally sweet foods more satisfying and artificial sweetness less desirable. Every day that passes with this harmful ingredient still present in the diet allows more silent damage to occur, accelerating the very processes that lead to wrinkles, sagging skin, and declining energy. The effects are cumulative, building slowly over time until they become impossible to ignore. Taking action now means stopping that progression before it becomes visible in the mirror or felt in daily life. The body has an incredible ability to repair and renew when given the chance, but the window for preventing premature aging narrows with each passing month. Waiting for the perfect moment or a major health scare only means losing precious time that could be spent feeling stronger, looking fresher, and living with more vitality. Small steps made today can yield noticeable benefits in weeks, while hesitation only deepens the hold of unhealthy habits. The sooner the decision is made to remove this trigger from meals, the sooner the body can begin the healing process and reclaim its natural resilience. The message was clear and urgent, urging every listener to take control of their health before subtle damage turned into lasting decline. Removing this single common ingredient from daily meals was presented not as a sacrifice but as a powerful step toward preserving youth, energy, and long-term vitality. The benefits extended beyond appearance, influencing mental clarity, mood, and overall well-being. Change did not require extreme measures or complicated routines, only a conscious choice and the commitment to follow through. The body responded quickly to better fuel, and each day without the harmful substance became an investment in a stronger, healthier future. The path to slowing the clock was already within reach, and the time to begin was now.